You just came across a very detailed video on this look. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Glam by Sophie here again. If you'd like to see how I created this look, keep watching. Watch how I transform my gorgeous client to looking like a baddie. So first I started off with cleaning our face, this is like a mini ritual process because we would start makeup without cleaning the face. You have to make sure that the face is debt free, right? So I cleaned the face with a micellar water and then I went in with a toner. So this is a toner. Any toner that has rose water is okay. So I used the toner and the cotton swab to clean all parts of her face. Then I went in with my serum because she has a really dry skin, so I had to use an hydrating serum or an illuminating serum all over her face. Went in with my hands to massage the serum properly into her skin. If you say you want to sit around waiting for it to dry, that might take like forever. So while you are doing this, it will be drying up and the skin will be able to absorb it properly. Then I went in with a moisturizer, went in with my facial moisturizer as well. Did the same massaging into the skin, making sure it's penetrating to the skin very well. Then I went in with a sunscreen. So guys, sunscreen is not compulsory, let me put it that way, and I use way too much. You know, when it comes to making videos, like with the lights, this is one reason why I don't work with lights, because I don't know, the lights affect me in a way I don't get to see so much of what I'm doing, especially on the other side of her face. You know, I have to struggle with seeing what I'm doing and making sure I don't obstruct the camera in any way. So that sunscreen was just too much. Please do not put that much, right? Do not put that much, and make sure the sunscreen you use is wearable under makeup. It is not all sunscreen that is wearable under makeup, because I applied so much sunscreen. You know that some sunscreen can get very oily after some time. Yeah, so I had to go with a mattifying primer and oil and sweat block, just a little oil and sweat block, just in case the sunscreen starts showing itself. I have all that as a support. Then I had to put my glow, you know, just to make some parts of the face glow. So I put the glow on everywhere. I was going to put my highlighter. Then I went in with a lip moisturizer to soften her lips before going in with my foundation. So I already mixed my foundation. You all know I'm used to mixing foundations. I barely use one foundation. I don't know it. I've gotten so used to it. I mixed 2 foundations, 3 foundations. That's because I always want to get the undertone right. So there I'm just blending in my foundation, and you can see how the foundation is blending in so smoothly without any hassle. That's because of the skin prep I did. Skin prep is very important, and it cannot be overemphasized, right? So do not overlook such step. Take it very seriously. Invest in your skin prep products if you have to, just so your blending and everything can work out perfectly well for you, sit on the skin really pretty. So after blending in my foundation, I went with my blush. I mixed 2 blush as well, you can tell. I mixed an orange and a somewhat red kind of blush. Applied it on both sides of her cheeks to give it that color. Blended a little on the peak of her nose. You can see, guys, this is why I say I don't like filming with lights, because I don't get to see what I'm doing on the right hand side. Look at how the blush on the other side is much more compared to the blush on the left hand side, where I can see very well. I mean, it's not my fault, guys, but you know, I always know how to work out my way around things. So even if it looks like it's getting worse, trust me, the end product is gonna be peng, because I mean, I'm an advanced makeup artist. I know how to correct things. So that's it. Then I went in with my concealer, mixed 2 concealers as well. And you know, this is my go-to routine now. I'm never going to be applying concealer directly on the skin. Like, I'm so done with that routine. You see, this routine is the bomb, and since I started this process, I've been loving it. Honestly, I've been loving it. Like, you know, it makes my makeup less messy and all that. But for the sake of this makeup, I don't know why I pack this concealer or more, because concealer is too much. I mean, it's too much. This is a lot of concealer. I don't know how that happened, but I don't know, honestly, like the concealer was just too much. Not too light, perfect shade for a highlight as I wanted, but it was just too much of a concealer. So before you crucify me, I already know that. So I skipped all this process. Whatever, you know what I did, blended out the concealer, I set with my setting powder, and yeah, for the record, I used Merac setting powder in cinnamon shade to set the highlight. Then I went into the contour. On both sides. I used Fiora, very sweet dark shade to contour. I mixed it with dark shade from my V Beauty. I think that should be Ebony. So I did the contour on both sides, which is the bronzing. I snatched the nose as well, and I always blend out harsh lines between my highlight and contour. So I use an highlight brush, just a brush to blend off harsh line. I always do this. So guys, even if you are not seeing any visible harsh line here, make sure you do that. Keep blending anywhere two things are meeting. If it is your blush and your highlight, blend it in between both of them. If it is your contour and your highlight, blend in between both of them. Just keep blending. This is how I achieve a smooth and flawless makeup without any harsh lines, you know, without it looking unblended and all of that. So I went into snatching a nose. Then after snatching the nose, I still went in with the same highlight brush to blend off harsh lines. Nobody wants a contour looking very harsh, the lines looking too dark, so blend out very well. I used a powder blush to add more colors to her cheeks, using my I use CPD blush palette here and my Real Technique brush to apply the blush. At this point, if you're still watching, this means you're enjoying the video. Please kindly subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment if you're feeling it, and trust me, there's still a lot to learn from watching, so keep watching. Be sure to blend out harsh line between the highlight and the blush. Always do this. Remember I said that at the beginning of the video. Then go in with your finishing powder to just set the entire part of the face, keep the foundation in place, you know, make your makeup stay matte all day. Do not forget this jaw side, it is part of the face. For the brows, first I'm going to tame the eyebrow like this. If you've not seen the brow video I posted earlier, there's a detailed brow video down. Please make sure to watch it. It's very detailed, and trust me, you would enjoy it. I have over 11k views. Trust me, you'll love to watch it as well. So after taming the brow with my brow tamer or my edge control, I had to set in the brows. The reason why you have to set the brow is to eliminate shine from the edge control, so that the brow can stay dry and matte all day. Then I went in with my gel liner with my very flat angle brush, just slightly tracing her brow shape and her brow size. I don't intend to add to the brow to make it big. See, there's a way we draw brows and then you think the size is like normal, it's not too big, and then when you see your pictures or your videos later, the brow is looking even bigger. So what I do is I make sure I don't draw bold brows. I'm not the type to draw bold brows, but at the same time I'm not drawing brows that are too thin. I just like to maintain my client's brow size and brow shape. So I will trace the outline very neatly, both up and down. If you're working on a dark skin, you have to make sure that your brow pops. There's sometimes that you will do makeup and then you see that the brow is not popping. The beauty of the makeup itself is to see that you have a popping eyebrow, like those catchy brows, right? So the trick I did, or something I always do when I work on dark skin, is after outlining the brows like this using my normal brown, my normal brow gel, I won't just shade it and then go into concealing. No, I will still do something else to make the brow pop a lot more, and that is still tracing the outline again with a darker gel. As you can see, the brow is looking a lot darker, but I didn't show that in this video, so I'm going to be showing that in the next video. I'll try and show that in the next video. So what I did is to trace the outline with a black gel. It could be a black gel, it could be a black pencil, and it will pop. Note, only on dark skin. No, I don't say you can't do it on the fair skin. I do it on a medium to dark skin, so my brow can pop well. So after working on the brow, I had to bake the face in preparation for my eyeshadow work. I bake the face. Most times I can bake before the eyebrow. It just depends on how I want it. So I
applied my baking powder, the same setting powder I use in setting a concealer directly, that is Merak in cinnamon. That's the same setting powder I used in baking. Then I went in with the eyeshadow. So guys, it is not every eyeshadow look you first start with an eyeshadow base. So the kind of look I did on this video, I don't need to start with an eyeshadow base. I just need to go into transitioning. So that is why I did not apply eyeshadow base. So here I'm using my transition brush and my eyeshadow palette. I use the pink and wine shade, something like that, to transit the crease, as you can see. So because of the kind of eye I was doing, I was making sure that the transition doesn't get to the middle, neither does it get to the outer corner of the eye, just on that tear dot part upwards. I'm just trying to be creative with this video. I might not really get to explain what I did, but yeah, just keep on watching. So I'm blending the eyeshadow well, making sure I don't have harsh lines. Then I ignored the center, went to the other side to just do like a wing. With my brown eyeshadow, I did like a wing. You know how you transit if you want to do a wing cut crease? Yes, something like that. So I use the purple and the brown, and as well as the purple, to transit the wing in a way that if I cut like the wing, it's going to give me that same shape. You see the way I'm moving my hand here, I'm not just going straight, like there's a slight curve there, right? So after doing the transitions the way I wanted to my satisfaction, I then proceeded to cut the crease, the same way I did the transition. I make sure to cut that way, following the pattern. So yes, just keep on watching to see. Trust me, when I was creating this look, I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't even know. I didn't plan it. I didn't plan that I was going to create this. I also did not see the look somewhere. I just know, she paid for luxury, and then when clients pay for luxury, I like to think outside the box. I like to do something out of the usual, you get. So I just start being very creative. Just trust my instincts, trust the process, do what I think is going to come out fine, and it never disappoints every time. I've never had to clean any makeup, so I've never had to clean the eyes and say it's not giving, and then no, because I understand what color combination is, I understand what colorimetry is, I understand how to do my monochromatic and polychromatic eyeshadow. So it is easier for me to always pick colors that go together. Like if I pick the first color, I already know what would be perfect for the second shade. I already know what would be perfect for the third shade, depending on how many combo I'm doing, right? Even if I have like the last shade in mind, like okay, I'm going to use like this very dark shade in the outer corner, I already know what to use. So don't be the kind of makeup artist that is always repeating the same eyeshadow looks on your clients, or some particular eyeshadow colors in your palette that you've exhausted, because you just won't let that innocent color rest. And that is because you are not used to working with other shades, or you don't know how to combine other colors. You feel like other colors do not come out well and all that. All you need to do is to just get my academy handout, right? Get my handout. You get to understand how colors work and how you can use pretty much any color in your palettes. So stop using one eyeshadow color all the time, okay? Yeah, so now I'm just cutting the crease. One thing just told me, the way I did the transitioning, let me just follow the cutting that way and not do the regular. So yeah, I was just trying to be creative, like I said. So this is me cutting the crease, and you can see that I was trying to follow the shape of the transition I did. At this point, this brush was beginning to act weird. It was looking like it was going to fuck me up because it wasn't entirely flat as it was supposed to be, right? But I was able to manage and work with it. After all, I don't really need like a thin line. I would still spread my concealer, but if you want just a thin line, just make sure to cut your crease with a very flat and round brush. So I did the same thing on the other side, cut the crease before filling in with my eyeshadow.
So after cutting to my satisfaction, I then proceeded to spreading my concealer on the entire eyelid, because you can't put on eyeshadow bare. And you know, this look like this already looks like something very, very creative. I could as well left it like that and the makeup will still eat, you know, but I had to spread the concealer on the entire eyelid so I can then go in with my choice of colors. Now, after spreading the concealer, you have to blend. Do you know what causes your eyeshadow to break all the time? It is either because you are packing too much concealer or too much eyeshadow base, or you are not blending the eyeshadow base properly before you put your eyeshadow on it. The reason why you have to blend is to smoothen the eyelid. 1, take off the excess eyeshadow base or excess concealer that you might have on the eyelid. 2, it is very important for you to blend so that your eyeshadow will not crease or break when you apply it, and then you blend smoothly. Instruct your clients or your model not to open her eyes until you are done. After blending, I had to fill in the eyes with my eyeshadow colors, and what I did here was 3 eyeshadow combo. You can see me starting with the light shade. Now, as I've already started with this light shade, I don't need any prophet to tell me that whatever I pick as the middle shade should be darker than what I've picked as the light shade. That would bring out the beauty of the inner color. Imagine me putting this nude, super bright nude here, and then I come to the middle and I put something way lighter than what I've picked. No, it's not going to work. You have to arrange it in such an order that the lighter shade comes first, followed by the darker one, and then the darker one, and then the darker one. That is how it gets. So even if there are different shades you are using entirely, make sure that any color you pick next should be something deeper or darker than the first color you've picked from the outer region, or from the inner corner. That's from the tear dot, of course. So what I do on one side, I do on the other side. Then I went in with the second shade of color that I picked. Now you can see the second shade I picked. You see that it is not lighter than the first shade, it is slightly darker than the first shade, and you see how beautiful those 2 shades are looking all together. See how beautiful the 2 shades are looking. So when you pick your shade, you blend out harsh line between the 2 colors before going into the next shade. Then to make it the 3rd shade, I went in with a brown shade. See how beautiful this 3 combo is. This is a beautiful polychromatic combo. So after blending of the eyeshadow, I had to spice up the eyes more by putting a little bit of glitters at the center. I put the brown shade, which is at the outer corner, on the lower eyelid. Proceeded to do my waterlining and the tight lining, then proceeded to the lashes. Now if you are doing this, you have to be careful. You can dust off your setting powder, blend it out before you do the waterline, in case your client gets very teary, it's not going to drop, right? So the reason why I use the mascara is to just darken our natural lashes, take off eyeshadow fallout on it before I fix in the lashes, so it won't be showing like a white cast underneath. After fixing the lashes, I had to do tight lining. Tight lining is not always compulsory. If you know you can be steady, or your clients can be steady, or your clients get very teary, just avoid tight lining. Tight lining is when you are lining the upper waterline. Let me put it that way. The upper waterline, you can see it. This is what is called tight lining. So if I see that my client is stable, I will just do it. Otherwise, I leave it. So after that lining, I dusted up my setting powder. Then I went in with the glow, just to give it that glow. Guys, I see you all that have been texting me, sending me messages. Thank you so much. I see your love everywhere. Thanks for reaching out to me. And those of you that has been sending practices, thank you. If I've not responded to your message, I assure you I'm definitely going to respond.
So keep the messages coming in, keep the engagements. Subscribe to my channel if you're yet to, like, comment. You can use the link in the description bar to get to me. Connect with me, guys. Send me a DM, tell me you're from YouTube, connect with me, please. I love to see you. I love to have your contact from any part of the world. I'll give you the right audience. You can join my classes. I take online classes, I take personal classes, DIY classes. If you like to learn how to do makeup on yourself, I will teach you as well. So do well to send me a DM. Now we're doing the lippy. I don't even know the most interesting part of makeup, because to me every step gives me bubbles. Every step baffles me. Like, I literally enjoy every step. It's hard for me to say lip is the favorite part, or brows, or eyes, or skin, or everything. Let it just be everything. I love doing everything. I'm so passionate about makeup, guys. Like, God specifically gave me this gift. He did, and I'm super grateful that I get to do great things. I get to display the manifestation of his work using my hands and my brushes. Like, I'm super thankful for this opportunity. Yeah, let's not get emotional. Let's get back to the video. So I'm doing the outline, lining our lip. I do not use lip liners. I use my Lipstains directly to line the lips before filling in with any color of my choice, something that complements the eyeshadow look very well. Make sure all corners of our lip is properly lined. So after lining here, I had to go in with filling the lips. I love mixing. Like, I'd use one color and you think it just stopped there. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't. I put another one on top, and then another one, and then another one. So I get something so beautiful. And the good thing about this product, like the lip palette I use, or the single palette stains I use, they don't dry so fast. It gives you enough room to blend. So you can see how many shades I've added on top of this just to get what I want. So this is a secret to achieving different looks. I don't know, I don't use just one. So that's it. So I blend very well. Blend the space, the line between the the middle shade and the outline. Blend properly to take off ash line before setting with maybe your eyeshadow or your blush or whatever, anything that has the color that you need in powder form. You could just use it to set the lips, which will only help you make sure that your lip stays intact. It doesn't get broken, it doesn't crack, it doesn't wear off, it doesn't run down, if you do not wear gloss, of course. So after blending, I had to set the lips. After setting the lips, I had to do sculpturing, that is using the foundation to just clean the lip outline if there is any need for that. Then I used my setting spray. This is a flawless setting spray all over the face to just melt down the entire makeup. Did the sculpturing, as you can see, using the foundation and the same flat brush to just keep the surrounding clean and dirt free. So I use the Seal and Lock spray. It's a luxury makeup, of course, so I use 2 sprays, the first one and then this second one, to just lock the makeup,
keep it in place.
And this finally brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this look. Would you rock this look? Can you confidently rock this look? That's it, guys. See you next time. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for liking. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for subscribing to my existing subscriber. Thank you so much. You couldn't have gotten this far without you. And to this beautiful viewer seeing my video for the first time, I'm saying thank you in advance because I know you're also going to subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the rest of your month. Bye for now.